how we do it. This is how we do it. Hello, so you're watching Ogre of Gaming in Progress. Now, welcome to the first episode of Shrek Talks. What is Shrek Talks? Anyways, well, since I am Ogre, and Shrek is an ogre, Shrek Talks is going to be the name of my video vlog series. Now, just kind of starting this to just kind of do anything from, talking about video games, my favorite upcoming video games, my favorite games, just anything gaming in general. It could branch out on to other things. Random factoids about my life. I mean, you guys are the Gaming in Progress community, and I want you guys to know the faces behind Gaming in Progress. And this is something that, me, Devin, and Verillo have talked a little bit about. We want to start doing more video vlogs and, doing more stuff together, which we are going to start doing that here pretty soon. As well as keeping in some of our Let's Plays. At least me and Devin still want to keep Let's Plays as a major part of the channel. That's what we started doing this channel for. Anyways, so I know Devin already kind of did it, but, I was supposed to collaborate with him on it, and I was still sleeping, so I didn't. Anyways, I'm going to be doing a Fallout 4 trailer overview, and just kind of giving you guys my thoughts and opinions on it. Just little things I'm picking up on noticing, a little bit of information about the Fallout universe. So, anyways, so without further ado, we'll start the trailer. Alright, so just a little background information on Fallout here. Fallout was a series that started in the 90s, featuring a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Bethesda acquired it in 2000, in the mid-2000s somewhere, and came out with Fallout 3 in 2008. Although the game was buggy, it was a game changer for post-apocalyptic RPGs. People loved it, and shortly afterwards, in 2011, Fallout New Vegas, made by Obsidian Software, came out. Now, there's been a lot of hype about Bethesda's next Fallout game, because their last game they produced was in 2011 or 2012, which is Skyrim. So there's a good 3-4 year gap for them to be developing this game, and oftentimes games start development before their current game finishes development. So, just gonna pause it to take a sec. Now, if you look at the visuals of this trailer, what you can see is that it definitely does not use the Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas engine, although it still has a very Fallout feel to it. The look of the gameplay and the look of the trailer looks very similar to the engine that was used in Skyrim, which was the creation engine. It wasn't the GameBro engine used in Fallout 3. So this definitely is looking like a next-gen title, and the visuals on it look amazing. So for what we've seen of the trailer so far at this point, they seem to be talking, flashing between the pre-apocalypse and the post-apocalypse, and basically kind of talking about the events that lead up to the nuclear detonations.
To forget about.
Of course, the old style, ink blot songs that permeate the Fallout universe are present in this trailer.
We've lost contact with our affiliate stations. Stand by.
So they're talking about losing contact with their affiliate stations, so obviously the
coming in.
Nuclear weapons, the nuclear war between the United States and China is starting to happen.
My God.
Now this is a really good, it really shows off how pretty this engine can be. I mean, the graphics do look a little cartoonish, but it is the Fallout universe and based off the 1950s and 60s. Anyways, you can see this is way better than what Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas could have ever rendered. And hopefully this shows a really big leap in the Fallout universe for as far as the quality of gameplay and the visual quality.
War never changes.
Alright, so it looks here that the new vault is Vault 111. So we have no idea where that vault is located at. However, before this game even came out, and you probably already know this if you're watching the video, but many people have been speculating that the game will take place in Boston, Massachusetts, or somewhere around the Massachusetts area. So, which would be a major city, which would be pretty heavily hit by the nuclear detonations. Alright, so we just saw a little bit of a pirate ship there that is out in a dry dock. Now that even further confirms my theory that it takes place in Boston, because what's the you think back, number one thing I associate with Boston is the Boston Tea Party. It took place on one of those, old ships from the 1700s. And they have a few of them that are still lying around, just for tours and tourism and everything. So, since this is a very 1950s and 60s America, I can imagine that would be a major point of tourism in Boston. There's the older style ships like that. You see Brahmin and the Brotherhood of Steel walking through the capital, or not the capital wasteland, what appears to be the Boston wasteland, and of course, if we're seeing the Brotherhood of Steel in this trailer, we are probably going to see them more in the game as well. They may or may not have as big as an impact on the game as they did in Fallout 3, but they're going to be there nonetheless. Now I'm going to back this trailer up for a second here. Now you can see with this, the physics are a little bit more realistic, which further confirms my belief that this is probably on the Skyrim engine, because if you look closely to Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, the physics were there, but they weren't quite as smooth as they were in Skyrim. They're quite a bit wonky. Everything here looks smooth and fluid, and of course we have ghouls rushing through an abandoned shopping center, pushing away shopping carts and boxes, going to attack the player or some other NPC. See a little bit of the settlements and towns here. Now we got a bit of an airship, which is something new we haven't seen. It's something new that we haven't seen in the Fallout universe, which will be quite interesting how that's going to play into story. I'm assuming something like that is quite rare, so it's probably going to be a focal point of a story or some sort of major quest line. Oh, maybe that belongs to a faction you're fighting, maybe that belongs to a faction you're helping out. Or maybe, it could be a faction you could ally yourself with either way. It looks like it'll probably be a pretty interesting part of the story. And as you can see, you see a horse and Samuel Adams riding on it. So this further confirms that this does take place in Boston, or at least Massachusetts. See some Brotherhood of Steel here flying in the vertiver. There's a chilling image of the nuclear detonation that's happening, and people who were too late to get to the vault are trapped outside to perish. As you can see, it is the couple we saw earlier in the trailer with their baby. I don't know why I just said berry. But it is the couple we saw earlier in the trailer with their baby, so that's quite dark. And then it cuts to present day, where the dog is sitting outside and walking through the post-apocalyptic wasteland. See, this is a new power armor that we haven't seen before. It looks inspired by the Brotherhood of Steel, but it may or may not belong to them, because as you go up, it has the Enclave type helmet. But it looks like it might be a robot itself, because that doesn't look like it gives much room for the leg. Now, biggest part right here. Guy says, "Let's go." Does your character talk? Do you actually have lines in this Fallout game? Are you not a mute, who can only communicate by scrolling through little text? Now that is going to be awesome if you have a voice, like a character who actually has a legitimate voice in this game. I mean, yeah, it might take some of the realism out of it a bit, but look at how good Mass Effect was. You had your own branching, discussions, and the characters were still fully voiced. I mean, that takes a long, long time fully flesh out every single conversation. But it really, really just makes the game pop as far as narrative storytelling. So I'm really hoping they go that direction. They're probably not going to have multiple voices like you do in games like Saints Row 4, but you know, you're comparing apples to oranges here. You have Fallout, which is, you know, a post-apocalyptic game, and you have Saints Row 4, which is a superhero simulator. Anyways, so hopefully you guys liked this episode of Shrek Talks. I'm Ogre of Gaming in Progress, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. The hype is real. If you like this video, subscribe, leave a comment, like the video. Bye, guys.